another underdog, Eevamax playing Daikou.
All right, now who is Evomax?
Who is Eevamax?
That's the big question. I mean, I don't know who Evomax is, but he's been coming up through the. He's just been coming
I can't tell you the answer.
No one can, and that's what I've been waiting to see in every single tournament I've ever seen for Brawlhalla. Someone unknown to just appear out of nowhere.
And to be clear to people, Eevamax took TB out of the tournament.
Yeah.
Eevamax took Midget out of the tournament.
2 big players.
And now Eevamax is playing Daikou. If Eevamax takes Daikou out of the tournament?
Tell me right now, what if he wins? Are you going to pop off?
Daikou will be eliminated.
What if, are you going to pop off for Eevamax?
He will be gone from
I want to see it.
I will be excited.
I'll pop off.
Okay.
Because I'm excited. I want to see this right now. I don't know who Eevamax plays, and I've seen Daikou play pretty much everything this tournament.
Yeah, he's been messing around a lot. I don't know if that's just like...
Well, he did say on Twitter that he doesn't really have a main, and he feels kind of bad because of it. He's just been playing everybody. So, I mean, after the most recent patches, I can kind of understand that.
I mean, I almost wonder, because he said in the weeks leading up to CEO, you know, tons of training, getting in there, practicing Brawlhalla. I almost feel like, did he over-practice? Did he say, to practice, I'm going to practice every character and every legend so I know how they work? And then he got to CEO and he was like, well, I've practiced everyone.
Well,
now
that's the
I
thing.
have to pick one.
Well, that's the thing, you know, is there were so many big changes recently that when you were so used to playing one character and how they work, and then all of that changes, and the dynamic between your character that you played before changes compared to all the other characters in the game as well, you kind of do have to play everyone to see the timings, or at least to go into training mode and look at some of the frame data. Because otherwise, maybe you don't know the matchups like you used to.
It's true.
And then when you come into this and you don't necessarily have a main anymore, then you have to figure out who to play. And it's like, well, I've kind of been in training mode with, I don't know, Koji the most, or, you know, anybody really. Then it's like, you lose with that character. Then what happens? You panic pick? You pocket pick? Like what?
There's no pocket to pick because you didn't have a main to begin with.
Or maybe you just put all the legends back in your pocket.
I guess. Shuffle them around, grab one at random. And today's random is going to end up being Koji, I think.
Oh, they didn't set up their names, so I'm not entirely sure who's who. So I guess we just call it call it as we see it. All right, it looks like Eevamax, though, and Daikou starting things off. And Cassidy throwing out all sorts of SIGs.
All right,
just trying to cover the weapon.
Playing the Koji, and right off the bat, we're seeing what Eevamax is capable of, and it's good zone control. Using those sidelights, using those side SIGs. Daikou coming in with the Koji, does finally get the weapon and push away Eevamax. Misses the downlight and neutral light.
Good chase dodge turn around on that neutral SIG to catch Daikou off, and now, Daikou turning it around, trying to get that neutral SIG, but it's not going to connect, and now it looks like Cassidy, or Eevamax, now that I know who is who. And
Daikou falling to his death.
That
it felt like
taunt?
That was a taunt. That was a taunt.
On
Eevamax getting in people's heads. I do want to point out, Daikou, he long charged a neutral signature. I don't know if that's he's going for the hard read or he's just sort of shaken up. Like, man, I have to get something concrete. And when you long charge a signature, your opponent has all the time in the world to go, how do I get around this, and then how do I punish it immediately? And I mean, Eevamax did that just fine. I
mean, depending on the situation, a long charge could work out, but right now it looks like Eevamax is pushing Daikou back. I mean, he just took Daikou coast to coast with these guns, and it looks like he's trying to do it again.
It's basically a lot of, hey, if my opponent's far away, I'm going to come in with a falling Sair, and if my opponent's trying to approach me, I come in with a jump dare. And those are, I think, his two main options on guns. I've heard that Eevamax has a really strong gun kit. The side SIG,
got a strong SIG kit. He's been throwing every signature out. There it is, another signature, another kill. Eevamax 2-1 against Daikou right now. What the heck is going on?
Eevamax is just really experienced on this Cassie. Double side light.
I mean,
and Daikou hits with the dare, gets it down, one stock each. It's definitely a close matchup. Eevamax is
surprisingly close.
I believe he's going to get the guns first next, but before he can do that, Daiku's Koji's going to push him around. He does take his time getting back to the weapon. I think he wants to make sure he doesn't over-aggress and say, oh, if I try to just run straight to the weapon, Daiku's going to come in, chase, dodge, side sig. It's going to be bad news for me. Take my time. And I got to respect that from Eevamax. I feel like he's been playing all of his decisions have had meaning to them.
I think Daiku's figured it out right now because he's playing the sword pretty well. I don't think Eevamax has really gotten anything meaningful in this stock, and if Daikou gets, what is it, one more hit, one more big hit, that's it. And we're gonna see a Sig come out in the next 5 seconds. At least one from either one. There it is. I called it, and that was a kill. That was literally 5 seconds.
Coming out.
I don't know how much more accurate you can get on a call like that.
Daikou with that beautiful gravity cancel neutral stick basically read the fact that Eevamax was going to approach him off the edge, go for that edge guard, which isn't something Eevamax was necessarily doing all that much. At least off stage, it was a lot of on stage. I'll use a signature that I'm familiar with, and he did try to use a signature there, but Daikou was ready with that gravity cancel neutral stick, and it worked out quite well for him. Eevamax, I don't know if he it sounds like he's playing Cassidy again. I don't know what he does when he loses. I don't know if
I don't know what he does, period. So
continues playing Cassidy.
I mean, he changes the skin and the colors, so that's one thing.
That means technically he's going to win. But so did Daikou. So they're both playing the greatest mind games of all time.
Well, let's see. It looks like they're going to be going to Shipwreck Falls.
Again.
How? Well, I mean, last time Eevamax started out really strong.
Daikou doesn't like this map. I know this. Daikou has told me he thinks Shipwreck is absolutely crazy. He's not a fan of this map. And here he is, letting it be picked again. I don't know what he's thinking.
Well, that's a question to ask him a little later, I suppose.
Apparently.
But either way, he's putting the work in with Koji, and honestly, things are looking okay. It was looking a little bit differently at the start, because in the very beginning, Eevamax held a very strong start, holding the weapons, keeping Daikou just pushed off, and it took Daikou 2 stocks to really gain momentum against him, but I thought he had looked strong, but maybe I'm wrong.
On the other hand, Daikou is playing really well now. He basically zoned Eevamax out with those siders, with those downers. The down sig on Koji's sword, connecting with Eevamax. Who saw that one coming?
Nobody, and that's why it worked. I mean, when you do that, you're creating these mix-ups that no one's expecting, and down sig mix-up on Koji's sword?
Certainly
who throws
something.
that out?
And there's the dare.
Nobody throws that out.
2 stocks each. Eevamax now taking his time, getting that weapon. Nice dare. He's looking for after the dare. He fell down and then did the recovery. So looking for either a spot dodge read or a dodge up. Daiku's going to deny both of those and instead dodge straight away. Now he gets a neutralite, but instead does a chase dodge forward, and apparently he's not finding the confirms he needs. He does, however, get that side sig. That's all he needed.
You know, I haven't seen anyone throw sides or like any sigs out as much as Eevamax does. He's like, it's like every 4th attack is a signature move, and you would think that because of that, he'd be a little bit more punishable, but it's working for him.
Well, I think Eevamax, he's picked a character, Cassidy, who has a lot of signatures with low recovery frames. I think that's very intentional. I think he plans on using those signatures as proper follow-ups, as proper mix-ups, punish the dodge-ins, use those signatures effectively, and he's been doing that really well. And I think, honestly, that's one of the things that's been throwing off a lot of the people he's been fighting. You know, you look at TB and Midget, I'd expect that they play against someone like Eevamax and go, ooh, signatures in 2017?
Maybe. I mean, it all depends, but
oh,
I mean,
no, he knocked out the recovery. That's it.
That's it. And he just took a stock against Daikou.
He took a game.
That
We're going to game 3.
And Daikou could drop.
Daikou could drop. This could be the end of CEO for Daikou.
What the heck is going on?
Eevamax is happening.
Eevamax is happening.
The legend.
At CEO Dreamland. The upset king.
Both of these players focusing Daikou. Daiku's just nodding to himself. He knows what he needs to do.
Does he?
He knows what he needs to do.
We
don't know if he'll be
that.
able to do it, but he knows what he needs to do. Doing something and knowing something are 2 very different things.
Let's see how this game starts out. If it goes a little differently, if he can, I was going to say if he can keep him off the weapon, maybe, but
he's got these dares down like neutral light. Recovery, Follow-ups for days. Dare's gonna kill Eevamax right off the start. That was 15 seconds.
Almost a 0 to, I mean, he took like what, 3 hits for 30 damage? That's nothing.
15-second kill coming out from Daikou. And now it's going to be up to Evomax to even that up as quickly as possible. Doesn't get the punish on the charge down sig.
Where was this in the last 2 games?
I mean, I feel like a lot of Daikou in the last 2 games was on the sword. This is the first time I'm seeing him use those dares effectively on the bow. He's got the angle on Evomax.
Trying to look for another dare, but not the angle for it. He does find a neutral air. Evomax swaps positions.
Expects the signature. I'm telling you, Daikou has started to learn Evomax's patterns. Expects the signature, punishes accordingly, gets the dare.
Are we going to see a 3-stock?
Are we going to see a 3-stock? Daikou is completely pushing out Evomax and denying him this crazy upset.
Daikou doesn't take an L without coming back with another W. I'm telling you right now. If he doesn't win this, not only am I popping off, but
Evomax cannot
I'm
find
going to be confused at the same time.
Aren't we all? Daikou trying to find those dares, gets a couple.
Oh.
Dare into side air.
We're going to see another Gimp right here.
A hard read for that ground pound.
He gets a recovery. I mean, Eevamax is on his last legs right now. He's very close to red. But okay, so no 3-stock, but it's still going to be close.
It certainly is.
Or not close.
Eevamax,
really?
He likes the flag taunts. That's a pretty flag.
I think that's the only taunt that they have for all the characters.
That's probably fair. Look at that.
Oh, did he give up? Oh,
apparently
why did you give up, man?
Apparently he wasn't having it. He wasn't feeling it. Daikou,
it doesn't matter if you're not feeling it. Just play it out, because you never know what can happen, even if you're not confident.
Especially at a LAN. Like,
I mean, we have seen Mind Gimps, Z's, we've seen everything. And for any reason, any player can lose at any time. So just stay in the match. Don't SD.
It's worth it. Stay in the match. You know, I saw a match today. It was between Silly Gobi and Wrenched.
Oh, God.
And
I know what you're talking about already.
Game 3, Wrenched had basically killed Silly Gobi, right? He had knocked him out. Gobi had a lance. He was coming back in, and Wrenched sort of took his hands off the controller.
Oh, he stood up and said, "Let's go!"
He
Gobi,
cheered.
And Gobi, he neutral aired with lance.
Nailed him.
He bounced
chase dodged.
Yeah.
And then cidered back on stage, and Wrench fell down. Guys,
he bounced
don't
him
let go
off
of
the bottom
controller.
of the platform.
I know you're excited, but you can't do that. You can't do that. This is CEO. This is a LAN. And no one has time.
When the game, when the post-game screen shows up, that's when you pop off.
Yeah. Then you get excited.
Flip the table. I don't care. Well,
on the other hand,
there's a lot of expensive
on the other hand, if you're gonna die, if you've been sent off the map, don't just gravity cancel taunt and do a ground pound into the bottom of the stage. You can get back if you get inside your opponent's head and make them try to chase you with a ground pound, or you know, have them stand up and pop off, and you hit them with a nair and a chase dodge. There's always options. There's always options. Don't give up.
There's always a chance. But next up, let's see. It looks like we have Zloxry and is that Noel?